Hello, my wonderful people. I hope you all are doing good, taking care of yourselves, staying at home, and being safe. So, this is very important, and you should prioritize this in your life right now. So, let us have a small recap like what happened and what you would have listened in episode number 1, which is start unknown, finish unforgettable. This sentence was amazing, damn amazing, and I had honest, true feedbacks from the people who have listened to this episode, and they told it was fantabulous. I'm not telling it for not like a thing, but it's fantabulous. People really appreciate it, and I got some other suggestions also. So please do listen to that episode also, episode number 1, which is start unknown, finish unforgettable. It's not a continuation. Episode 2 is totally entirely different. So let's dive into today's episode, which is how do you get inspired. It's a very different I've talked about inspiration already in season 1, but how do you get inspired? So this is what I wanted to see, because inspiration is one of the important aspect in each and everyone's life. So for example, now let me take example as for me. When I wanted to start podcast, I was inspired by the thoughts and by the words of Jay Shetty. You definitely know Jay Shetty is a very good and a big, huge celebrity, and he's been doing podcasts on health, fitness, motivation talk. A very good person, right? So everything has some inspiration. Now for example, let me take another small example. How the Wright brothers found out flight. They had an inspiration from the bird. So they saw how a bird can fly, how the wings, how they flatter, how it changes according to the angles, according to the wind speed, wind direction. So with that flight, a huge aircraft is being crafted, and now we all are going through flights to many parts of the world, right? So each and everything has inspiration. This is what I want to say. And without inspiration, there's nothing which would exist on this earth. Definitely. So again, if I go into a religion side, according to Christians, Adam and Eve, how God created Adam and Eve, that was also an inspiration. So what I want to say is, you get inspired. So what are the ways you can get inspired? For example, if you are not, if you are feeling like, no, I'm not inspired by this book or by the actions or by some things, you should not give a stress over it, but you should try. For example, like again taking me podcast, I was not into it, but by inspiration, see, fascination, inspiration has a huge different meaning. So fascination is imitating, or you get fascinated by the person, like what he does. But inspirations, you're totally into it. You get inspired, you get the knowledge, you get the things out of it. So when I got inspired through Jay Shetty, this is one of my personal stories what I wanted to share with you, so that you will have your own inspiring stories. So what I wanted to say from this thing is, when I started podcast personally, it was totally inspiring, and I wanted to do it because here what was the main motto and objective is that I wanted the people around me, around the world, in each and every country, to know about me. And here's Damian Joshua, who also wants to be an inspiring model, an inspiring person in each and everyone's life. I know I'm getting deviated, but this is also an inspiration. See, if you get a feedback, a good positive feedback, or a negative feedback, or a common feedback, okay, let me make it a common feedback from persons you have been, if they are listening to your podcast or whatever thing, and that it made them to inspire. Literally, that's what I feel. It made them to inspire because they have been listening to your episode, and they've been listening to your show for a long time, and they're giving you a feedback, and obviously people get inspired. Say for example me again, because why I'm taking me as an example again, don't think that like I'm boasting myself, because it's one easy thing to say, guys. So that's what. So literally I also started to get inspired from many things. Now for example, art. When I started to draw art when I was around the age 6, 7, 8, my small inspiration was my grandfather, because he's also a good artist. He draws very well. So there's sometimes it becomes the genetic thing also, but literally before we find out that it's in our genetics and that and this, you'll get inspired. Same thing, it can be an artist, it can be a musician, it can be a podcaster, it can be a YouTuber. For example, YouTube is also a good thing. So because why I'm evolving and telling about all these medias is that it's very easy to understand how inspiring others works. So this is a very common and easy topic to understand. So inspiration is one of a main aspect in our life, like previously said, is one of a main aspect in our life. So there are many ways to get inspired. So that's what. There are literally many ways. Again, if you want to read a book, you read a book, the author which you like. Like for example, you can take any books. It can be, for example, if you want to go into a genre like horror or fiction, non-fiction, technology, science, there are many books. Geography, history, a number of books are there. So literally when we get inspired only, we'll tend to do it. So literally that's one thing of getting inspired. And second point which I wanted to stress is, in academic side also you'll get inspired. So for example, again taking me, I was literally inspired by my mathematics teacher so that I could pursue a degree in maths. My undergraduate degree is maths. So when I was a utter failure, where I didn't even pass my 11th grade half year exam. I failed in that exam, but my sir was an inspiration. He motivated me. Of course, he motivated me, and it inspired me also. By the words which he said, it inspired me, and from that day, I decided that I should stand first in this subject maths. So literally I stood first, and obviously in the 12th I got a good score and I could do a degree. So it literally inspired me. So everybody gets inspired, guys. So don't think that I'm not getting inspired, or this is not a point of not getting inspired or anything, but there are things that definitely literally you will get inspired. So don't leave your inspiration, okay? Pursue that inspiration. Sometimes that inspiration can turn into your passion, that passion can turn into your dream, that dream can turn into your work or anything. There are many possibilities. So please do follow your inspiration, and this is what I wanted to say. And guys, so literally, okay, now we have come to the end of this episode. So about how we get inspired and what are the ways you get inspired, everything. So guys, for this month, I think I'll be giving another 2 to 3 episodes. So please do listen, because since it was a long gap, after 6 to 7 months, I started to I went to the brand new season. So there might be some slight changes, because I've seen my podcast now it's again evolving and everything. So please do listen. Please be free to share. That's very important, more than listening. Please be free to share, because then only I can improve myself. Because maybe now there's a aspect or a thinking that okay, I'm doing what is right, okay, this is right, but people who are listening, definitely they'll think, okay, let him talk like this, give him some suggestion or anything. So please feel free. don't even hesitate. I have my email ID tagged up there. Everything is tagged up, guys. So please do give your feedbacks, your honest feedbacks. I'm ready to take anything, positivity, negativity, neutral, anything. Please do it. And so guys, so this is DJ signing off from this episode. I'll be meeting you in episode number 3. Take care, guys. Bye bye.